is up, everybody? Welcome to the Wingin It podcast. Jack, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How about yourself?
I am making it, Andre.
Well, I'm doing outstanding. I am outstanding.
Yeah, especially because you know how to check your emails before you send them. That being said, Jack, what you playing, man?
So my oldest ended up getting Mortal Kombat 1. So we've kind of been on that the entire
Oh,
time.
so what platform did he get it for?
PS5. So
Yes, the ultimate platform. Yes,
I'm on the end club. Yeah.
Yes,
I'm on
yes.
the club, but so we're playing that, and then of course I'll dabble back to Sea of Stars, F-099, and then we pick back up on 4VR bowling, which is on Quest 2. So I mean, it's a pretty good company, the 4VR company. They did bowling, pool, darts, and cornhole, and they're all like official and across the board great games. So I mean, they really good about how they do it. But yeah, that's what we've been playing this week. Yes,
Cornhole.
I didn't buy
I mean,
it. It's there. Because
to
I mean,
be
you
to
have.
be fair, it is fun with the right people and the right
Right people.
Amount of alcohol.
inebriation.
Amount of alcohol. All right.
The right
As
people.
I said, inebriation.
Yep.
All
Hey,
right.
I mean, I didn't pick it up, but it's definitely there for people that want to pick it up. And they're very good too about if you buy their games, you get like these because you have like different things you can purchase, and they'll give you like a gang of coins depending on how many of the games you own. So like for me, I have pool, have bowling, and I think I have like one other one. And as soon as Christmas came, like got all the coins, like 10,000 coins across all games, and then you got like limited edition equipment. So I got the best pool stick, best bowling balls, everything. So it's pretty
Oh
cool.
snap. Okay.
Yeah,
They say, look, you've been a loyal customer, so we're gonna give you the best
exactly,
shit.
exactly.
Okay. All right, Dre, what you been playing?
um, well, F-099, as you have seen my crash and burn moments. uh, I've been playing that, been playing Mass Effect, got back in the Knights of the Old Republic. I was playing Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. Uh, dabbling back and forth in a few different things. Oh yeah.
Okay. Cool, cool. I have been playing Sea of Stars. Still playing Top K when I have a chance. Playing Mortal Kombat 1 on the Switch like a real G. Nah,
You're playing the peasant version.
yes, I'm playing the peasant
Why would you do this to yourself, sir? You
because
have a
because I'm a vapid
how
commoner.
do
I'm a commoner. I'm
how
a
do
vapid
you sleep?
commoner.
Don't you have the Xbox? You can play on the best and strongest platform in the world. Why not?
I only reserve that console for real games like Samurai Showdown 2019.
Ah,
And the first Destiny, not even the second one.
Wow. Okay.
oh,
uh,
that does sound snobbish.
but yeah, playing see, I played Mortal Kombat 11 on Switch. So, and the reason why
Right.
I got it on that is because, to be fair, I like I'd rather be able to take that with me. It's
Mhm.
easier for me to take the Switch than it is to take anything else. I'm just gonna be real with you. So I don't have a problem with some of the stuff that people are complaining about. The only thing I do have a problem with, to be completely fair, is it does have some stuff because I ran into some bugs that I'm like, okay, y'all didn't have bugs on now. Look, when Mortal Kombat 11 released, it was ugly as hell at first, but it ain't had no damn bugs in it.
Right.
It had no really as hell, but it had no bugs. This one actually is ugly and it got bugs. So that I would tell people to be just like I told y'all in February with Tales of Symphonia. Y'all know how much I love Tales of Symphonia.
Mhm.
Do not get this game until they patch it. So that's what I would tell you if you're looking at the Switch version of Mortal Kombat 1. Other than that, though, Mortal Kombat 1 is actually a fun game. It
Oh yeah,
really
yeah.
is fun. I am loving how Raiden and Liu Kang play. Katana is a freaking beast. Like Katana is a juggle. The juggle game with Katana is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm loving. Plus, I actually like the story. The story ain't half bad. Like maybe they do that for the movie.
Mm.
You know. Yeah.
Minus Megan Fox.
That being said, so let's go into our topic about that just to start things off. So, like I said, I have the MK1 on the Switch. Jack, you have it on PS5. Let me ask you a question. Do you think it's right for people to compare a PS5 screen to an Xbox to a Switch screen?
No,
because it doesn't make sense, right?
Doesn't make sense.
That's like comparing the PS2 screen of Kingdom Hearts to the original, and then wondering why it don't look like the Kingdom Hearts remix on PS5. Yeah. That doesn't make no sense.
It doesn't add up, especially considering the fact that, once again, as we expressed time and time again, the Switch is not competing graphically.
Graphically, yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do a comparison, you would do it between Xbox Series X and PS5. You wouldn't even do it with Series S. You do it between Xbox Series X and PS5 and probably PC, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you probably do Steam Deck and Switch, even though I think that's still.
And then the Steam Deck version, I mean, even then that's still kind of but I can see the comparison with the portable aspect of it.
Yeah,
the portable aspect. Steam Deck version doesn't look all that great.
No, it don't. But that's why I was like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, I get what you're trying to say, and I understand the jokes and the trolling, but to be completely fair, and this is where I get angry with people like Digital Foundry. Like, why are you doing this? You already know that since that the Switch is not it's not that graphical fidelity that you want. You should know that going in. If you bought it for the Switch, you should already know that going in. If you're trying to sit up here and pretend like you didn't know, I'm looking at you side-eyed. Mm-hmm. I'm just being honest with you. I'm looking at you side-eyed because
IGN did the same thing. Yeah, like IGN just drove that point home heavy.
Yeah, and IGN. Let's be real. They okay. IGN lost their credibility back in 2010.
Right.
And probably before then.
Yeah, before then. To be fair, I don't know how you go from being like one of the best places to go to for gaming information circa 97 to like 2003, 4.
I can tell you exactly how. I can tell you exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, hey, Sony, those ads worked wonders.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And giving us free consoles so we can just rub it in everybody's faces.
Yep.
Yeah. But I was sitting back and I was thinking about it because every time I look at those comparisons, I'm like, why are you comparing Switch to PS5 and Xbox Series X? You shouldn't even be doing that. If anything, compared to Steam Deck. Then I saw the Steam Deck screens. I'm like, yeah, I know why y'all ain't doing that because if you compare the two, they look alike. And then you can't say that the Steam Deck and the Asus ROG is better than because it's not.
If you try to make that comparison, you dunking on yourself, basically.
Yeah,
that's why.
Basically, but I just find that funny. But overall, though, like I said, I'm having fun with it. But I will say, people, if you are planning on picking this up, especially on Switch, I would wait until that patch gets released because Ed Boon did say the patch is coming out and it will be. They will patch it. So I'm like, I don't know why they didn't just release it like that to begin with. That's just beyond me. But yeah, that's that. So y'all ready for the weekend weirdness? Y'all ready for this email? Y'all ready for the emails?
Yeah.
So apparently there was a mass email dump. Of course, the FCC said Microsoft claims the FCC did it. FCC claims Microsoft did it, but whatever. One of the emails that got released was one from 2020, where Microsoft alleges to try to want to acquire Nintendo. Now, I'm sorry, I laugh from a good, healthy place. Because wouldn't this be like the second time? They tried this. This would be the second time.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the first time Yamauchi told them where they could stick it and laughed them out the office.
Yeah, they got laughed out of Tokyo. So this time apparently, uh, Phil Spitzer apparently just going by the email was like basically we need to find a way to get in because they're not going to sell to us outright. I'm like, yeah, no duh. Now, here's the thing that I find to be interesting about this whole situation. You got some people who actually believe that if you put Nintendo games on Microsoft, it'll just be automatically better.
No, no, it won't. My big and people don't understand this, don't understand the thought process because I have been on a streak of sort of defending Microsoft in some places. This ain't one I could defend them. They won't keep their hands out of the pot. I'm not gonna have them in Nintendo's kitchen while Nintendo is cooking. Come in, and taste the food, and say, "Nah, you need to change that." When the shit's perfectly fine,
It needs to be
I don't
online.
want them going in there. Nope. Mm-mm.
Yeah, it
Don't
needs to
they
be
don't need to
online. Like,
touch
no,
it.
it don't.
They don't need to touch nothing. They don't need to touch
Well,
nothing Nintendo does.
the other thing too is, and I think people actually understand this, but they want to believe that if they have more powerful specs, then the games just be so much better. Like, no, it won't because Nintendo designs their games around their hardware. They've
Yeah.
always done that. So no, Metroid will not work the same as it will work on a Nintendo system as it will on a Microsoft system. It just won't. Can you look? I'll give you a perfect example. Microsoft has Rareware.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the Jet Force Gemini game?
uh, no.
We should really be on like Killing Instinct like 3 or 4 by now. At least 4.
franchise franchise is just sitting there. What they did to Battletoads is unforgivable.
Yeah. Perfect Dark. That thing is in development hell right now because y'all ain't heard about it, have you?
Oh
Y'all,
no, because
there's so
directors
many people
left that
complaining.
team. Remember?
There's so many people complaining about Metroid Prime 4, and I'm like, do y'all not remember Perfect Dark? You got a trailer for it.
Perfect Dark had people leave the team. So I
Yeah,
mean,
and not just anybody. Like the writer and the director left. So
important people to the
yeah,
process.
that you need to get the game done left. Uh, so I'm sitting there. I'm like, you have Rareware. Like, if you focus on your own stuff, you would probably be fine. Now, the Activision situation, once again, there's the Activision situation got moving parts to it. I understand why people are upset, but I also don't understand why people can't understand that Activision wants to be bought. There's nothing. It's not against the law for a company to sell. It's also not against the law for another company to make a bid on that. That's not against the
Mm.
law. Microsoft has the money to buy them. If Sony was still Sony, they would have the money to buy them. They just don't because they don't have the assets to buy them. They can, but I know about 3, 4 other corporations that if Microsoft didn't, they was gonna step right in. Tencent, Amazon, Apple, and more than likely Google. I would rather go with Microsoft than any of those 4, especially Amazon, because y'all have to get Prime to play Call of Duty. Enjoy how
Mm.
that's gonna work out. But I'm sitting there thinking to myself, and I'm like, yeah, Microsoft, no, dude, like focus on y'all stuff. Y'all have a lot of stuff that y'all can focus on and make some actual first party exclusive stuff if you actually have faith in you, if you actually have faith and belief that you can actually pull some stuff off.
Yeah, they do.
Like I can't see a Kirby game working on a Microsoft, and I can't see that fan base buying it. I can't see
Here,
the I can't see that fan base buying Super Mario Wonder. I can't.
they can't. They wouldn't.
Yeah,
Here's the perfect way to put it. Here's the perfect way to put it. Nintendo games would go to Xbox to die, while Xbox games go to Nintendo to thrive.
that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean,
I mean,
I can see that.
there's how many of those games that they put on Xbox that or Nintendo that would fit the Nintendo fan base that didn't do well on Xbox,
Yeah, I mean,
and then they went over to Switch and did very well.
yeah. I mean, I don't, I just can't see that. Yeah, like, yeah, I can't see it. I just can't,
It
like, especially the quirky stuff. Splatoon, come on, man.
no, I mean the only things I could think of off the top of my head that would work on Microsoft right now is Metroid because Halo, um, F Zero because it's the more serious racer that Nintendo has, and it hasn't really seen the light of day except for F Zero '99.
Yeah,
They could take some of the older stuff like Geist, potentially Eternal Darkness, maybe, but it would. They don't have a whole lot of
yeah,
that type of stuff.
yeah. Like the Metroid one makes sense, but even at the end of the day, I don't think they will buy it because they have Halo and they have
Yeah.
Gears,
And then
and
first thing was like, well, why would I get this when I already got these?
on top of that,
Okay.
Metroid is more story based. It's not a there's a reason why it doesn't have online. Like it's story based. It's not for that, you know, battle royale, death match. You know, they don't do all that in Metroid. So
I mean, when they even gave people a co-op game, they didn't want it. So I mean,
yeah,
it's like,
because it's the
mm,
experience. The experience is the single player. Uh, Say what you want to about Metroid as far as like difficulty is concerned, those stories be fire.
oh
Especially like
yeah,
the Prime series. The stories is straight up fire. Like anybody going through and play, if you missed Metroid Prime on the original GameCube, play remastered. I promise you, you'd have fun.
oh yeah, you will love it. I
Yeah,
said, just go ahead and dive right in and enjoy it.
and just enjoy yourself. It's gonna make you say, "Are we getting 2 and 3 as well?" Like, cause that's what I'm saying. I'm like, where 2 and 3 at?
That's what I'm waiting on. Like, yo,
Especially
are
3.
they coming out? They gonna be cross gen or something? Come on,
Yeah,
drop
cause
them.
I'm like, dude, look. I mean, y'all shadow dropped the first one. Shadow dropped the other two. Just shadow drop the other two, because from if I remember that leak correctly, all 3 of them were done.
I'm just waiting, just waiting
Yeah,
to see.
because I will be honest with y'all, 3 is my favorite for reasons, but 3 is my favorite. Like that's just one of my favorite ones. So yeah, I thought that was weird, and I laughed from a good, healthy place about it because I'm like, it wouldn't work like that. And then you see people, Xbox fans, trying to make, oh well, they'll finally be able to have the right graphics and the right power for their games to work. I'm like, their games work fine, dude. What are you talking
Like,
about?
I don't know if people understand this or not. Nintendo isn't going to forcibly change the way they develop their games. The only way
Oh
that will happen is if Microsoft stepped in and screwed with the process.
yeah,
Now,
yeah.
the other thing that I could think of potentially that would be a positive for Xbox if Nintendo was willing to sell is that Nintendo could organize all of those teams that they got that aren't doing anything right now.
Yeah, and put them on something.
Yeah, for them get them organized, get them developing something, and they could actually bring back some of those franchises that are sitting in limbo.
Yeah, because like contrary to popular belief, Nintendo ain't as big as you think it is.
No, it ain't.
Yeah,
They just efficient as all hell.
yeah. I mean, and to be fair, like Nintendo is a stronger brand when it comes because they own that's their thing. Their thing is games. It's not, yeah, they got Nintendo Pictures, which I'm still waiting to see what is that going to be just straight up an anime studio or what. Um, but their main thing is games, and
Yeah,
that's what they do. Microsoft is an electronics company with different divisions. Sony used to be an electronics conglomerate. I think they still have Sony Pictures, which is Sony Pictures, and they still have Sony Music
Yeah.
in the games division, but they lost like. Have y'all seen a Vio in a while? A Sony Vio in a while?
They lost all of their
Yeah.
technology. They still
They
got
still
their
got the
phones.
TVs. They
They
still got
they
TVs.
they
Yeah.
barely got TVs.
Yeah, they still got the Bravia because I think like a couple of the like arenas use those screens, those gigantic screens, because that's what you see. Like when you go to like certain stadiums and stuff, those giant screens. Some of them are the Bravia line. So I mean, they still have that, but they're not what they used to be. So Nintendo ain't as big as you think. Yeah, they still make cameras. I don't know if they still make phones though. I don't think they make phones anymore. That's saying that they lost a lot of their divisions. They lost a lot of their divisions. When that whole what was theirs? Theirs was the melting HDMI, and then all that money they lost with a lot of their stuff like just not selling.
Yeah,
So yeah, like
and they had the yellow light of death too.
yeah, like the smartest thing they did was make that deal with Marvel for Spider-Man, because that just pretty much gave them money that they didn't have
It
to
saved them.
spend. Yeah, and the fact of the matter that those Spider-Man movies were making like damn near a bill at the box office a piece. So especially when you ain't have to put up that much money for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they have Aniplex, and they still have, and they bought. They bought Crunchyroll? Because I think yeah, they bought Crunchyroll. So
which didn't do them any good.
no, it really didn't. But they did buy it. So, but yeah, I'm just that's their main focus is that, and their brand, like Nintendo's brand, is strong. So I don't see how Microsoft even worked that, even if trying to get somebody on their board. I don't see how that works because they ain't stupid.
No, they'll sniff them out real quick. They were like, "Nah, we good. We don't
Yeah, because
need none of these
they're
suggestions."
gonna mess around and say something stupid like, "Oh yeah, y'all ain't gonna make this system with capabilities for 8K."
No, the slip up is going to be, "Hey, how about we go ahead and slide a Mario game on Xbox? Let's see how that does." Then everybody's going to turn and look at them
They're
at
gonna
once,
turn and look at them.
like, bro, get out, get out.
Yeah,
We'll sell you back your shares. Bye.
yeah. That's pretty much how that's gonna go, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I mean that's pretty much. But yeah, I would love to hear y'all thoughts in the comments, peeps, just because I think this is hilarious. I think it's like when that email came out, and that's why I was like, people, be careful when you use chat or email at work. I just be careful, because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not getting deleted.
Yeah. Well, and they did buy back a lot of the shares that they had.
Yeah,
They are more
but
self-contained.
yeah, but just make sure, people, when you're at work and you got to write an email or you got to chat with somebody, be careful what you say and check that mug, because I'm telling you, it's not getting deleted.
I mean,
So,
my problem is he wanted it to be his career-defining moment. I'm like,
bro,
bro, your career is gonna be without definition.
yeah. Here's the thing: you can have a career-defining moment if you were able to bring back Perfect Dark, bring back Jet Force Gemini, a good Conquer game. If you let Rare be Rare, you would have had a career-defining moment. But when you have a team that you made a trailer for, and they tell people they don't know what the damn game about, that doesn't inspire confidence.
Like I mean, the higher up said that they wanted this trailer made. We have no clue what we're doing.
And
No.
that game was Everwild. Y'all remember that? Hadn't seen it in a while, had you?
Oh,
Whew,
I
boy.
mean, you can't really see what don't exist.
Yeah. Like, bro, like that. Look, man, focus on your house and clean up your house and I promise you, stuff will work. But I don't
I
think
think that
they had a faith in it. I just don't think they bought all these companies and teams and they don't have no faith in it.
the biggest problem, and I could, and it was really prevalent because it's the same thing that happened when Platinum was trying to work with them on Scalebound.
Yeah,
They kept sticking their hands in everything and screwing with the development process. I am very certain that the people that ended up leaving had the same issues that Platinum did.
yeah.
Because remember, Scalebound was supposed to be a single player experience. Then they
Single
wanted to
player
throw in
action adventure.
multiplayer.
Yeah,
It was supposed to be single player for the Xbox One. Then they wanted to throw in multiplayer, and then they wanted it to be thrown on PC at the same time, and
and it didn't work. It just
it
wasn't
didn't
gonna work.
work.
Yeah, and
And Platinum said, "Screw it, we done. We're not working with you anymore."
yeah, like
So
and my thing was it's a new IP, so let the new IP cook. Now,
yeah,
now if it sells on the second one, then you can start talking about online and all that stuff. But the first one, let them do their thing. It's platinum.
or let them finish up the Xbox version of the game, and then if you want to port to PC, have them do it after it's done.
Yeah,
But don't try to keep all that stuff on and then still expect them to get the game done and project the time frame.
yeah. It's kind of that was just a when that came out when that news came out, I'm like, yeah, yo, yeah, yeah, because Hideki Kami is the wrong person to do that with. What's up, Sandstorm, man?
Yo, what's good?
Talking about your personal hero Phil Spencer and his emails.
Ouch. Ooh, that's a painful one. There, you did not have to say personal hero.
Do you see my sub? Do you see my
Yeah,
sub
see,
right here?
yes.
My subtitle?
Oh,
Phil Spencer, ex-NES.
I mean, if you follow that from there to what mine says,
Yep, can't purchase red. Hey, I always check my email, so I'm just saying. I just always check my email, so hey. I mean, y'all don't catch me slipping like that. And nobody catch me slipping.
Man.
Look, eventually this stuff was going to come out because of that court case anyway,
Yeah.
and that's probably why they didn't. At first, I remember hearing about Microsoft being hesitant about pushing forward with it. Now this explains why.
Well, it was like because that Sony stuff finna come out too. Because some of it already did. That's why, that's why it was funny how all these old tail games just started being ported. Games
just showing up to other platforms.
Yeah, like, wait a minute.
Yeah, man, it's interesting. Like nobody's email is safe anymore. You know what I mean? It's just, I know he woke up and stretched out and seen that all over, and he's like, man, somebody hacked my account again.
Like,
you know?
The funny thing about it, man, the funny thing, because like we've had this issue at work, and we've had to tell people, like, dude, everything you put in chat and in email is not getting deleted. They have to keep it for record purposes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually in the training when you first get the job. Like, be careful what you write because it's going on that Exchange server.
Yeah.
But I deleted it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's on that Exchange server.
You deleted it. The company didn't.
Yeah.
Right.
And they have to.
Now,
so
I do want to play devil's advocate to myself, though, from what I just said.
Making excuses.
No excuses. Now, he could have attempted to do what I suggested in the video a long time ago. Try to see if you can get like the old stuff Nintendo's putting out on NSO. See if you can get them to put that stuff on Xbox. Because that's about as far as you're going to get.
Yeah.
If that happens.
And my thing would be like the old rare stuff.
They already got that though.
They got GoldenEye, so
I'm gonna say they don't have everything from the they only got some of that stuff for Rare Replay. They don't have everything, do they?
I mean, well, they don't have everything, but the stuff that they don't have isn't all tied up in licenses with Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
They need to
Because you
push for
like
that.
Battletoads and like I
They
was
need to
thinking
push for
Battletoads
that.
Battle Maniac.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking that one, and it's like a one of the first games was like that toy car racing game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. And
Perfect Dark is in there too. Well, Perfect Dark is not in there,
Yeah.
but that's something.
Perfect Dark's already in it.
Yeah, but they don't
Oh,
have
is it?
the good. They don't have a good version of no. They do have a good version of Conquer.
Yeah, they got the
Yeah,
64 one
they
in
have a good
there.
version of Conquer. Yeah.
They didn't stick Live and Reloaded in there. They
No,
stuck
they
the
didn't.
64 version. It was like, nah, we won't put the 60.
It's funny
Nah,
how
let's not put that in it. We won't stick the 64 version.
it's funny how the kiddie console has the most uncensored stuff, and the mature console has the most censored stuff. I just find that funny. I just find that funny.
Wait, so who was this? This is my question. Maybe they answered that already, but who was this email to? Like,
It
was
was
this a
it was to another exec, I think.
It was
okay?
an internal email.
Yeah, it was an internal
Okay,
email.
because I'm like, is this man doing star logs? You know, star date.
Nah.
20.
Nah.
Who were you emailing exactly? I want to see the full conversation in this. Like, did Phil like throw that in there? Did the other person were they like, yeah, man, that'd be amazing? Or they like, nah, you know, like I want to see that full conversation. Just kind of trying to kind of go about, and where did it end? Like, who said the last thing in that conversation? You know what I mean? Like, one day, you know what I'm saying? Or was it like you know, I got some scheming to do, or so I just want to see the full the full version of that conversation to see exactly like how that went about. Because man, oh man, oh man, when you're not part of the head of the bigger corporation and you just I mean, Phil is obviously he's the top in the Xbox
Yeah.
part division, but that's not to say Xbox is on the lower end of Microsoft. So like to come in and be like, yo, this is my idea. This is what I'm scheming. The big head's got to be like, remember your place. You a foot soldier, my guy.
Yeah.
Look, we gave you a platoon, not the army.
Right.
But I could just imagine Phil Spencer just kind of trying to be Mr. Pimp, walk into Nintendo. Nah, y'all ain't got to work on no more consoles. We got the hardware. Just bring your games here. We'll do it. It'll be fine, baby. We good. We good. And then they just laugh his ass out. Like, man, get your ass the fuck out of here. We don't want that crap.
Who brought this man in here?
as he walks past a full on Splatoon paint gun in the lobby.
Just imagine Phil Spencer in a green pimp suit with the fur on him, the jacked up hat.
The full-length mink.
Yeah.
He's strutting in with a cane. He's strutting in with a cane, thinking he's saying something, and he ain't saying nothing of importance.
They'd be sitting there and they'd be like, don't you got some other hoes to go
Hey,
with
hold up. Yo, Debo, what's up?
Yo, what's good? What up?
Hi, Vicky.
Yeah, they're like, don't you? Wait a minute, you out here trying to pimp us, but don't you got some other hoes to be on the corner?
Yeah.
Like, they're not
Right.
getting money yet, right?
The ones you got out there ain't making nothing. What you
Right. Like, don't maybe you should figure out how to be a proper pimp before you try and come and pimp us. Like maybe that's what you need to do, because I'm seeing no pocket change. You know what I'm saying? You look like a broke pimp. You know?
Meanwhile, we about to open another entertainment, another park. So you need to get the hell out of here.
like Vito said, you out here renting your Lamborghinis. You buying the used Lamborghinis. You ain't even buying the new ones. You buying the rental. You buying off from the rental people. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, now, get your act straight.
and look, yo, Kane, bruh, that ain't even real gold.
Right. Gold plated on the outside. Come on now. Thanks for me.
So
You got
Hey,
that.
get that glass off the top of that. That ain't the real diamond. Get that glass off.
You got that. You got that fake ray tracing cane. You know what I'm saying? You got the real ray tracing on the cane. Come on now.
yeah.
Just the
So
exterior looks pretty.
and now you see why we laughed from a good healthy place when we read that email. I'm like, bro, really?
Oh,
That was
Man.
your plan. That was your plan. Yeah, that
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
gonna work.
crazy.
That was not gonna work.
And them Xbox fanboys are eating it all up. But I'm just saying, if though, like they could do it. If
wait,
like
these are the same. These the same dudes. All of the Wii U's life. I know I don't want to play them bum ass games.
Yeah.
But
right,
this is what Phil Spencer is exactly saying because everybody's asking for those bum games to be transported and ported everywhere else.
Well,
right,
dude, they want Bayonetta 2 and 3. I'm
yeah,
like,
And
dude,
yeah,
actual change.
yeah, now, yeah. But I'm sitting up there, I'm like, Kami done told y'all like 10 times. Sony and Microsoft, we went to them and they said no. So
So the real question is, man, like all of y'all talking about how you like it's a great idea, blah 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 blah. But how many of y'all actually play? And this is a whole argument I had with somebody else. One, how many of y'all actually played those type of games? But two, more importantly, I had a whole argument with somebody, and he was talking about, oh, because Nintendo keeps to themselves or whatever. So, if Microsoft bought them out, then that allows them to for their games to be played by more people.
Who
just
has the
buy
Mm,
the
bigger
system.
audience right now?
it's not even that. It's like pretty sure all of that audience can still play those games if they bought that system.
Yeah.
But,
So
but that's
whatever you're saying is negligible. You know what I'm saying? Like you still have the ability to buy those. You either way, you're gonna have to buy a system. You know what I'm saying? Like if you buy an Xbox or you buy a Nintendo system, you still gonna have to buy a system, and those games are still readily available to you. So
Yeah.
I don't know
You
about
just
larger
choose not to.
families.
You
Yeah,
choose not to because you want to
yeah,
look. You don't want people to pick at you. That's
yeah.
basically what it is. You don't want to get picked at.
Yeah. You wanna
mm,
try and find a cheap way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this is bought here and this is bought here, but you want the bundle pack for two things that don't even they ain't even the same
Yeah.
brand. You know what I'm
I
saying? Like,
swear that's why everybody is so quick to jump on that Yuzu emulator because they don't want the look of actually purchasing the hardware.
Yeah.
it's
That's
ridiculous.
why I'm like, man. Once again, that's why I land from a good, healthy place because I'm like, dude, this is ridiculous. If you want it, just go buy it. It's not that hard.
Right.
It's really not that hard. I mean, that. Look, I'll say it. I said it before. I say it again. Super Mario Odyssey would not play. You would not want that on a Microsoft system, and they know that. That
Yeah.
fan base don't want Super Mario Odyssey
Nah.
Nope.
as
If they
much.
did, they'd be crying about how they want a game that could compete with Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, they don't want that. I mean, Legend of Zelda. As much as I love Legend of Zelda, Sony fans ain't gonna buy that.
Nah.
No, they
They're not
wouldn't.
gonna buy that.
Nah.
Not when they have The Last of Us one for the
Which
eighth
is
time. They're not gonna. They don't want those. They don't want that. Like they'll probably play Mario Kart 8 and Smash Bros. Just because those are party games and the online aspect of it. But they're
Mm-hmm.
not trying to get like Metroid. I could see Metroid probably selling initially on Microsoft, but they'll have to do a some kind of crossover.
Yeah, with
yeah.
Halo, and that's
Yeah, because
absolutely
yeah, that's the only one I can probably see. I could probably see that selling. Star Fox would not sell on either of
no,
those, on Microsoft or Sony.
No,
It wouldn't
no,
sell.
no, it wouldn't. Mm-mm.
I mean, it would not sell. Like Kirby is not selling on a Microsoft system. It's not.
no.
Oh,
Even
ain't
though,
nobody gonna want.
even though Kirby has some of the most jacked up in-game stuff ever.
Right.
When you sit there like, how is this game rated E10? When you get to the end of that mode, you're like,
I mean, you
this,
sitting there fighting cryptids and shit.
like, hold on, this is a thing of
Right.
nightmares. This is some body horror BS. Like, what in the world? Like,
Like this
did the
thing got
ESRB play
where are
this
these
game?
where are these extra arms? Come on, why does it
Yeah,
look like that?
yeah. This is supposed to be a cute and cuddly game. The cute and cuddly my ass. You done made it to the
Cute
halfway
and
point.
cuddly up until the very last minute.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
like, what the?
This ain't what you want.
Now help your child have help them through their nightmares. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, like they're not playing those. I mean, those types of games, they're not playing those. I mean,
Right.
that those fan bases wouldn't want. Now they'll complain about it, but they ain't gonna support it. I mean, hell, they look. PlayStation also, say what you want to say about it. It wasn't a bad idea for a first game in the series.
Mhm.
It wasn't a bad idea. Sony should have kept with it. They probably could have had something. They didn't because it didn't outsell Smash Bros. It's not going to. Smash Bros. By that time already had three. They were 3 deep in. It was the first one on 64, Melee, and Brawl. By the time that thing came out, like, bro, you got to keep trying. You can't just do one game and then stop. And that's because they probably would have had Cloud before Cloud wouldn't have gotten the Smash if PlayStation also was still going on.
Right.
He just wouldn't have. Because they could have used Square Enix. But that's another thing I laugh about now when I hear like Sony saying, oh yes, now we're going to focus on our first party. I'm like, y'all had them. You let them slip.
Right.
Like,
focus on your first party.
Should have been doing that in the
Ended
first place.
I mean,
Yeah.
when's the last time y'all seen a Sly Cooper game? PS3? Beginning of the PS3?
And you know, my thing is they talk about like, oh, now we're gonna start focusing on our first party. Like, oh man, on everything. I wish Nintendo would. You know what I mean? Like that's I wish Nintendo would. Like, and I bet you everybody else does too. You know what I'm saying? Twitter would go crazy if Nintendo was like, oh, we're not really. If that statement came out from Nintendo, they'd be like, they would have a field day with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they not really focusing on their stuff anymore. So they not really catering to y'all anymore. Like, there's some stuff, and people are always like, you know, oh, y'all always giving Nintendo a pass. Y'all always giving Nintendo a pass. Like, not really, but at the same time, they do a whole lot. On everything, they do a whole lot more than, you know, Sony and Microsoft when it comes to their own titles. You know what I'm saying? Like, never in the history of twice this has happened, and they learned their lesson. The 3DS and the Wii U, both of those times they allowed third party to go ahead and get that in before them.
They got screwed over.
Yeah, and now they're done with that. Like, that's it. Like, I wish they would at this point in time be like, you know what? We're going to start focusing on our titles now. I'm like, yo, what were y'all doing this whole time? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you know.
But I'm saying, like, there should have been another Jack and Daxter by now.
Mhm.
And look, I get it. Naughty Dog wants to be known as the mature, making wide spanning cinematic universe. All right, give it to somebody else.
Just make some fucking movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just give it to somebody. Give those
Call it
titles
a
to somebody else. If they don't want to do it, give it to somebody else. What the hell Sucker Punch doing?
Right.
Like, dude, y'all have, like I said, Sly Cooper, Jack and Daxter. The only thing they keep bringing back is like Ratchet and Clank. They won't touch nothing else.
Nope.
So I'm like, yeah, dude, y'all had stuff. Y'all had Square Enix all to yourselves, sold up tight. Had Spyro, had Crash. You let Activision buy it because you let it lapse. Like, yeah. And Chanel, absolutely. Where's Siphon Filter?
Right, that part.
That series has like what 8 games into it. They can't just start a collection real quick.
Right.
Hell, they're doing Metal Gear Solid.
Do that.
They're doing a Metal Gear Solid one, and we ain't even getting to do Twin Snakes,
which pisses me off so much.
Yeah. So
I know why it didn't end up in that collection because Nintendo won't let it go to any other platform.
Yeah, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Hell, if Namco Bandai won't give Nintendo freaking their version of Soul Calibur, I don't blame them. I'd be petty too.
Yeah. Easily.
Yeah, I would easily be petty. I'm like, nah, hell nah. Can't get Soul Calibur 2 online, but everybody else can because y'all mad because y'all ain't got Link.
Right.
Can't
Oh,
help
hey,
yourself. Y'all ain't got the best
they
character
could
in the
easily
game.
they could easily have put out the best version of Soul Calibur 2 that would have sold no matter what platform it was on.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
But they just didn't want to do it. And part of that, I have a feeling that part of that was Sony's contract dealings back in the day.
yeah. Because remember, that version, the GameCube version, sold better than everybody else about like 3 mil.
Mm-hmm.
I think,
And it was on the lowest selling home
yeah,
hardware.
yeah. So I'm sitting here like, yeah, because I think when it was all said and done, I think if I'm not mistaken, it was 7.55 mil for the GameCube. I think PS2 had like 3 and Xbox had like 4 mil. I think something like that.
Yeah.
So
And that still bugged me. No, the reason was nobody wanted to buy Hihachi. That was why. No, nobody
Right.
wanted Hihachi like
yeah, nobody wanted Hihachi. I'm like, because Hihachi was already in Tekken.
Yeah.
And
That was
we
the
got
worst
Yoshimitsu.
addition.
We don't need another one. We don't need another. And if you're gonna give me somebody, give me Jin or freaking or Eddie or somebody. Why are you
Yeah.
giving me Hihachi?
I would. The thing is, it shouldn't have been a Tekken character in the first place. It should have
No.
been somebody from Sony's
Yeah.
library.
Right. That was kind of a slap in the face, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because like Yoshimitsu is already in the game. So
Yeah,
like
he's already in it. So
like, how
and
you gonna add somebody else?
and if they at the time Microsoft didn't have nobody, they were trying to build their stuff up. So I understand why they had Spawn. That makes
I
sense.
think
Yeah.
I think they were working. They had the exclusive Spawn game for the Xbox at the time.
Yeah,
That's
at the
probably
time,
why
but
Spawn.
yeah, like hell, they could have put damn Jack and Daxter in Soul Calibur for all I care. I mean,
They could have put
Actually,
I mean
Jack would have fit.
yeah,
at the time Sora was still new. They could have thrown
they could
Sora
have
in
thrown
there.
Sora in there
Nah,
because
Disney
it's
wasn't
not.
gonna let that one happen.
But I'm just saying, like Soul Calibur isn't like Mortal Kombat where they doing gory stuff. It's really
Yeah.
you could have put just somebody that's yours
Yeah.
on
Mhm.
yeah.
They could
So
have easily put I mean, this was during the time Soul Calibur 2. Oh no, that would have been Bandai would have owned Monolith by that time, so you couldn't put Gears in there, any of the Gears characters. But
I mean, they put Hihachi in there. They could have done
yeah, they could have.
yeah,
So I
it.
yeah, but that was the one
yeah,
thing
I'd say.
I don't know what pictures Sony has on Namco, but to where they couldn't put nothing on the Nintendo system. Like I don't know what pictures they had, like who they had pictures of doing what. Because that
Right.
sounds like some blackmail mess. Like no, that's
Yeah.
not going there. Like well, why not? Do you want the contents of this manila folder to
Right. One click is all we need.
yeah. Now I dare you to question me again.
Do you not realize that this PlayStation 2 is equivalent to 6 supercomputers?
And
Oh, man.
but yeah, that's that. All right, so Tokyo Game Show. We did the Microsoft presentation.
Yeah, how did that go? I still didn't watch
Which
that.
my router died on me in the middle of that too.
It wasn't bad, but it was like it wasn't bad.
Did they show off new games?
They stole Pokemon. They stole
Oh, yeah.
Pokemon.
They got the
Pokemon with guns.
Pokemon shooter.
Bruh,
Yeah.
they got Pokemon with guns.
Yeah.
I'm not even bullshitting you. They
Yeah,
literally have some of the same designs as Pokemon with different
With
colors.
guns. Different
with some
colors
damn
and guns.
guns. And the ball they throw is energy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on now.
What the? But I don't think it was bad though. I don't think it was bad because that was aimed at the Japanese audience. So
Mhm.
I don't think it was bad per se. Although I do think that Phil and Sarah was enunciating a little bit too hard. Like
And saying some names completely wrong.
yeah. So
As somebody that knows how Japanese phonetics work, the way they were dragging out some of those names
yeah.
were making them different names. I was like, oh, you don't know what you have just said.
I'm like, man, look, just watch some anime before y'all.
Right.
I was like, at that point, there's a reason for the abruptness of some of the vowels and consonants in Japanese
Yeah,
because if you elongate them, they become different
yeah,
words.
they become different words. So I'm just
Like,
sitting there
oh
like,
gosh, that was
yeah.
horrible.
But overall, I don't think it was bad. Now the Capcom one, they didn't really show nothing. The Bandai Namco one, they hardly didn't show anything either that we didn't already know about. They did talk about Synduality, but they talked about it from an anime because they dropping an anime too. So I'm like,
Okay.
are we gonna see gameplay? No. So there's that. They did drop the Sandland trailer today. The Akira Toriyama manga that they did. They dropped that trailer today because that's coming out soon. I think that's
Okay.
coming out next year. I think so. I think first of next year. And that the story trailer actually looks good. So I might add it to the list of stuff I may pick up next year. But other than that, it wasn't really from the stuff that I watched. It wasn't. I think we're getting to the point now where the pandemic stuff is like the stuff they had to push back for the pandemic is kind of like wrapping up.
Running out.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's probably not going to be double up months. Like this year, y'all. I really do believe like half these games. But the reason why we had game on top of game on top of game like this is because they had to get pushed back, and now they're like, look, we got to get this out. We got to get this out because we got to see if we can make some kind of money. So
Yep.
we got to push this out. So I think it'll be back to like a pre-pandemic, like normal. Like you'll get a bunch of games at the holiday period. You'll get some during the summer. You get some during spring, like that. You know, which I think is actually better on my wallet.
I think everybody but Nintendo is gonna keep that mentality. I think Nintendo done found a groove where they can just keep dropping stuff on people and they ain't gonna let
Yep.
up.
Well, I mean, if you already got it, you know, if you got your stuff ready to go and your teams are turning them like they're supposed to, then yeah, there's no reason to do that. But it keep them at a good clip anyway, a good steady clip.
Yeah.
And their teams know their systems, so it'll be easier for them anyway.
Yep. It just
I mean, because we
Nintendo.
already.
Could y'all drop another Nintendo land, please? Like,
Oh, geez,
for real?
please, yeah. And yeah. So overall, for TGS, I actually didn't mind it. I thought it was supposed to be. I thought Nintendo was supposed to be there, but apparently they weren't.
Yeah, I thought they were supposed to be there.
Yeah, they.
That's probably why they dropped that direct. They said, "Fuck,
Yeah,
TGS,
that's
ain't
probably
go."
why. That's you know what? That's probably why. I mean, that would make sense. I mean, because I did not see. Well, I didn't see anything. There
I
for
haven't
them.
seen anything other than a couple trailers for games that we already know about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then they dropped that overview trailer for Super Mario Wonder. They dropped that, and that's
day one. That's a day one.
Yeah.
Well, it's a 2D Mario game, so that's gonna sell. People been begging for a 2D Mario game, so
yeah, Wonder looks good.
Yeah,
Wonder looks really good.
Well, people have been.
And it has the depth setting, so
Yeah.
People have been begging for a not new Mario game.
Well, they're about to get it because this takes it back to like the psychedelic days of Super Mario 2.
Oh man.
So I'm like,
yeah, I'm still, like I said, I'm still wondering how they got my man's on the trippy. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, he eats mushrooms. We should have known.
Yeah.
Facts.
For real. This man eats mushrooms, get bigger. He eats a magical flower and gains fire and ice powers. I mean,
But I just figure at this point in time, he would have had some, sort of net. Like at this point in time, Mario should be the equivalent of like Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Like it should just not like it is him. You know what I'm saying? Like if he's not on the shrooms, like that is the weird Mario you get. You know what I'm saying? But like he's on shrooms all the time. It should just be a regular game to him. So what shrooms is he on now where he's just like, Mamma mia? You know what I'm saying? Like you've been taking these for a while, my boy. Like, well, somebody changed up the formula in your shrooms. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got them. These are the ones that were genetically altered in the Mushroom Kingdom to give you a little extra boost.
Give us a little extra boost. Well, Wilton actually had brought up a good point because I'm wondering if Wonder was supposed to be the game. Because remember initially there was rumored that there was a game that was supposed to drop like right around the time the movie came out. I'm
mm-hmm.
wondering if Wonder was the one that was supposed to drop.
It
I
could
mean,
be.
might
I
just
think it,
might have just been that rumor was wrong.
Huh?
It might have just been that the rumor was wrong. Maybe the game was people were talking about the game being in development, and
Mm-hmm.
someone overheard it and said, "Oh, there's going to be a game along with the
yeah.
movie," instead of just realizing they were working on them at the same time.
Yeah, because that movie dropped way too close to Zelda, in my opinion, for
Yeah,
a Mario game at
Yeah.
that to drop right before it.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't
yeah,
be surprised though, if like that first area in that movie's in that game though. I think that would be real dope. You know how they're running? What is it? What part is it when they get
when
the
they run
like the
through,
first job? Yeah,
yeah, and they
and they
run
run
through
it through
Brooklyn.
Yeah, then don't be surprised if there's a little homage being paid in there. What's the Castle Burger or something like that
Yeah.
shows up.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Because at some point, I think they're gonna do something to like, hey, look, y'all watch this movie, y'all know where this comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. To be honest. So Sandstone, did you watch anything, or did you just catch some trailers?
I just caught some of the trailers.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah.
Why did I miss something
Not
spectacular?
really. Not really.
Okay.
The only thing that happened at the Capcom one was they alluded to Monster Hunter, a new Monster Hunter
Mm-hmm.
game, but I'm like, of course they're gonna do that.
Right.
That's their best seller.
That's their bestseller.
Yeah, so of course they're gonna do that. I mean, it's for the anniversary. Was it 25 or 30? Is it 25
Oh,
years?
I think it's
I
25.
don't. I
Yeah.
was gonna say it has to be 25 because I was gonna say if it's 30, man, I don't remember Monster Hunter being around for that long.
Now, I know the first one wasn't that late PS2?
Mm-hmm.
The first one, so it's about 20, 25, somewhere in there. It's
Mm-hmm.
some anniversary edition. It's some anniversary.
Okay.
Because they made the little thing where they showed the hunters and the different weapons and they all lined up and
Yeah.
So and they did do the Exoprimal update. They was talking about the Exoprimal update. So I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah. How's that going? Is it still look like meh?
People are enjoying it. I've heard a lot of people say they're enjoying it. Look, I think we're coming to an era where we're like, because okay, we know a lot of these games. The reason why they have to come out is not because of the developers. Most times, because of the execs. They like, look, you're gonna put this game out.
Mm-hmm.
I got to get my investment back. You're gonna put this game out.
Right.
So with CD Projekt Red and Cyberpunk, they had to put that
Right.
game out.
Right.
They found stuff, but they weren't allowed. I ain't gonna say they weren't allowed to fix it. They had to put it out. So,
They didn't have time to fix it
yeah,
before the deadline.
yeah. So they just had to put it out. And I think we're gonna have to, just like DLC, we're gonna have to accept the fact that like stuff's gonna get day one patches now. Stuff's gonna have to get patched out. They're gonna certain games are gonna get released, and I don't like it. I'm not saying that it's one of those situations where I'm co-signing it. I don't like it, but I think at this point, just like it came down to DLC and all of that, like some games are just gonna have to be like that. They just are.
Yeah.
I'm going back to MK1 on Switch. I'm like, there ain't no way in hell if I'm Ed Boon, I'm releasing this game. But if he didn't, QA it, and if somebody from Warner Brothers told NetherRealm, I don't give a damn, put it out.
Right.
They gonna have to put it out. This ain't the 90s no more. Yep. This ain't the early 2000s. Once other investors start seeing they can make money off gaming, they was like, oh, I can make a little extra change like that. Oh yeah, I'll invest in that. Put that
Yep.
game out.
Change up the formula
Yep.
now.
Yeah.
It's not about how special a game is anymore. It's
No.
about how fast you can turn it out.
Turn that profit. That's
Yeah.
why they started talking about that, because I said this during the last gen. I'm like, why is video games getting people bringing up sales in the first 2 weeks? This is not a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like this ain't a movie. Like nobody's paying $60 for a movie ticket.
Nope.
For one ticket. No. So like your game ain't supposed to be. You shouldn't have no yo. The budget for your game should not be $500 million. Destiny.
Right.
It just shouldn't, because you don't know if you're gonna make that back or not. You just don't. Like, yes, gaming has gotten more popular, but gaming still is looked down upon. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not like the movie industry. Like, if you want to make a movie, go make a movie. If you want to make a TV show, go make a TV show. That's the thing. I mean, that's why you had all these microtransactions and EA used to brag about it until they got in trouble. Until Germany sued they behinds and won.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to pay out. So saying that's I'm like, you know, it's one of those situations where I don't see this going away anytime soon. And that's just to be honest. It sucks because I'm from the era of they didn't like if your game was broke, like you probably went out of business. Like people weren't buying your stuff no more if your game didn't work right. Like that was what it was. Now it's like put the game out, worry about it later. So
Yeah.
there's that. So tonight I was gonna ask the chat some questions, give y'all a little find somebody, find a victim. Ask questions, but I think I'm gonna hold off on that. So I'm just gonna hold off on that. But I did want to let me see if I can find it. And of course I can't find it because I didn't save it. All right, I'll just use it for next time. So I think that pretty much does it for this episode. Unless y'all got something else y'all want to run through.
Y'all already talked about the whole MK1 thing, huh?
Yeah. You want to give your thoughts on it right quick? Because we came at it from the why are you comparing
Switch? Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
To an Xbox Series X or a PS5.
Yeah. I don't understand the point at this point. I mean, it's only the only time a comparison really should be made is if the graphics from the Switch is actually close and comparable to the other ones. Yeah, but really it's just like, yo, you're comparing a mobile, like a completely mobilized console to a console that they set up to try and have these kind of graphics in the first place. Like it never makes sense to me anyway. And like I kind of get those same. I mean, I'm sure those same vibes are gonna come around when the Harry Potter joint comes around eventually, if it does. For this system, like it's gonna be the whole same thing. Like, oh, these are the comparisons of the PS5 to the Switch, and it's just like, why? Like, it's not even necessary. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. If you bought it for the Switch, continue to play it. Don't let anybody, make you think like you made a bad decision or a bad choice. I know there's a bunch of journalists out here where like, it's not worth buying the Switch version, but they never account in the fact that you can take it on the go. So and then they would probably use the same excuse of, well, you can buy it, for your PlayStation 5 and then buy a backbone for an extra $100 and play it on your smaller screen. But that's neither here nor there. But anyway, yeah, if you bought it for the Switch, enjoy it on the Switch. Enjoy what you got. That's the reason why you bought it. You bought it probably for to play with other friends, or maybe that was a game that you wanted to play all the time. So take it wherever you go, play it on the plane or the train or what have you. But yeah, man, I would just say if that was your cup of tea, if that's what your choice was, then you made a great choice. You still got to play the game. you still enjoying the game, and I'm sure somewhere down the road, whoever, another realm, WB, whoever, will probably work on the graphics and the timing.
I mean, that's what they did for 11.
Yeah.
That's what they did for 11 was they put it out. That game was look, and I've played ugly games that are awesome. X-Men Mutant Academy. Y'all remember that fighter?
Yeah.
That game was ugly. Had the best combo system I ever played.
Straight blurry.
Yeah, but it had the best combo system in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, and they had some good voice acting in there too, because that story was actually pretty good. Because Bastion was the bad guy, was the overarching villain for that one. I'm like, they actually did Operation Zero Tolerance. I like that, but that game was ugly. Them character models were straight up oogly. That's how bad it was.
Yeah,
but the gameplay, like I'm a gameplay over graphics guy anyway, so that's me. I'm just a gameplay over graphics guy. So
yeah, agreed.
Like I've played beautiful games that were unplayable, and I've played ugly games that were some of the best times I ever had.
Yep.
I agree with that.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things. I'm like, and to be completely fair, like until I found these, because I did run into some bugs, and I'm like, that's why my thing would be I would wait because we got a lot of games coming out, people. Let's just be real about it. So I would wait until they got it patched, just like because Ed Boon did come out and say it will be patched. And I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't have released it until it was, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Right.
And he probably said that also because NetherRealm wasn't the one that ported it to the Switch.
No, they weren't.
So
but
they gotta go back and fix it.
Yeah, but they still should have. Somebody should have looked at that and been like, we can't release this. If these bugs are in here, we can't release this. Yeah. So that's just whatever. It is what it is at this point. But yeah, if somebody trying to tell you what you should be playing, just ask them which one of your bills they paying this month.
Right. How much they gonna put down on it? You got 5 on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna tell you what you need to be playing on, which bill they paying for you this month. Because since they know your bank account and your situation, and they it is what it is. But oh boy. Y'all enjoy the show tonight, peeps. Y'all had a good time. Everybody in the chat. We're gonna try to make sure we have some cool stuff upcoming. Try to bring some old friends by. We got to do our we need to do our end of the year stuff because we are getting to that time. About to hit Q4. That's October through December, and we got to get ready for the Game Awards.
Yeah, that's the most
exciting.
Most exciting part of the whole year.
When Jeff Kidder decides to put it out on Thursday night, knowing good and well people got to go to work Friday.
Yeah.
Oh God,
it's okay.
My man,
that's why we got roast sessions.
My man comes out drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, Joseph.
Yeah.
I love Joseph.
Yeah.
So, and we got to pretty much. To be fair, we got a lot of games coming out in this last quarter. So everybody, hold on to your checking accounts.
Right.
Yeah. We are doing a live
Nintendo
session.
exclusive is taking my money.
Yeah. RJ, we are doing our live session. We're just gonna keep doing it every year. I already got signed up for it, so we shouldn't have any troubles this year with anybody trying to block the thing because they put a movie trailer in there. Sony. Last year. Like, so we are partnered, so we should be fine on that front this year. Still can't believe Sony tried to block our doggone live reaction because they put a movie trailer in there. Whatever. But yeah, so Andre, what you got for us?
I'm still waiting on my monitor, but as soon as I get it, there'll be videos.
F099 stuff?
I mean, yeah, there's gonna be that, but I'm actually gonna be putting discussions up.
About F099. Cool. All right. All right, Stay Stone, what you got?
So
Wanna jump out?
yesterday we talked about the Phil Spencer stuff, whole situation. That was an entertaining conversation with Vito. Tomorrow is the Jill podcast. I'm still not sure if I'm going to be on there or not. Actually, I'm kind of thinking that I will because my son's grounded. So, then Friday we have Vitoverse. So we will be on for that. I don't know the topic. He never tells me the topic. We just hop on there. So make sure that you guys go over to Trey Vito's channel. Please, 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 please go over there and subscribe as well. Because we talk a lot of nerddom over there. And it's getting closer and closer to Halloween. And I know at some point we're gonna do like the part 2 of the Halloween takes and all the other stuff. And we talk anime a lot too. So if you're an anime head, make sure you go over there as well.
Oh crap! Speaking of anime, Castlevania is
Oh yeah, it comes
coming
out Thursday.
this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so stay tuned for that because that's gonna be dope.
Okay, so should we review a few episodes of Castlevania? Because I don't think we did. Well, me and Andre did separately
Yeah.
last time. We did that separately, but should we throw a
we
few
can
episodes
because
on
this looks a little fire, man. I mean, I haven't watched the previous Castlevanias to be honest with you, but this looks fire, and I like Richter. So
yeah, the last two seasons, like every season got better. I'll put it like that.
Yeah.
Every season got better. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to invest.
Outside of what they did to my boy Alucard, I'm
and there was no Grant, which I'm still kind of salty about there not being a Grant in there, but
yeah, that does bug me. Like, I don't know why they cut him out.
yeah. So yeah, whatever. I'm actually looking forward to it. I don't really care for Richter. I'm more of a Simon fan.
I like Simon better too.
Simon Belmont for life, baby. But since they decided to go with Symphony of the Night, so I'm like, okay,
right.
Okay, whatever.
Well, this might not be Symphony of the Night. It might be Rondo of Blood, which is before Symphony of the Night.
Same difference. No, I'm playing.
Yeah. So yeah, but Saturdays, you can find me on my channel, Sandstorm Show, usually at 9:00. I think that's it. Oh, and we're doing our Road to 500 giveaway. So if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe so we can get to the 500 so we can give away that $50. And it's not $50 in cash. So don't be coming at me. You told me $50. No, it's online. $50 for the online store.
You mess with me, I'm gonna give you treat $50.
Right. And an egg sandwich.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, so did a review of episode 6 of Ahsoka with Vicky this morning, so please check that out on the channel. Also, I'm still working on my schedule of how I want to do these streams. So as soon as I get something figured out that works, I'm gonna let you guys know. Was gonna stream some stuff today, but for some reason, think I'm having a problem with my HDMI cables. So that's gonna be fun. But when I do get everything figured out, probably gonna jump back in Jade Empire and Kingdom Hearts 2. I got those back on Xbox, so gonna jump back into those and probably do some Let's Do This Quietly, because I do have a couple of new games, and I do want to do a couple of Let's Do This Quietly so you guys can see them. I'll just have to figure out when I'm gonna do that. So check the Discord. I will be letting you guys know when I'm gonna be doing those via the Discord channel. Other than that, we will see you guys next Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So peace out, people. Y'all have a lovely, lovely rest of your evening, and we'll see you guys next Sunday. Peace.
Peace.
Peace out, everybody.